let's make a quick transition. I'm jumping out of my timeline here to one of this. If yeah, I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna say I'm gonna take my foot off the gas pedal. One of my, if not my favorite moments of your show with the great Brandon Tierney, when you guys absolutely went off on Carl Banks. Take me through that day, Sal Licata.
Wow, we're going from my grandfather dying to Carl Banks. It's a pretty long jump there.
I'm sorry, I didn't go out of frame.
The thing that I hated about that moment is when I say this with all sincerity, I never had an issue with Carl Banks ever, and I never meant any disrespect. And like for those people that either caught the clip of it or just heard about it, I could see how it would be jarring and upsetting. If you actually listen to the show, I feel like we were under attack as a show. And remember, it was very early on in the show. And I think the worst thing, like, I don't regret what happened. I felt like I was protecting the show and my partner when Carl was kind of trying to undercut us at the time. But the worst thing is that it brought us attention, which is good, but we weren't ready for that. We were not good as a show at that point. So it got everybody's attention and was like the first major thing that happened with the BT and Sal show. And it was obviously a negative thing with hanging up on Carl Banks. And Carl was upset about that. He didn't want to come on afterward, which could have made everything better. I mean, him and I are good now. I've texted him multiple times after that. I talked to him on the phone after that. He just wanted to move on. I respect that. I have no issues with him personally. We've texted recently after BT and I got let go. I know BT's boys with him. So it was never anything personal. It was just a heated radio debate that got carried away, and then social media took it to another level. Would I do it again if the exact same circumstances played out the way that it did? I would, because I was defending the show. And I wouldn't want anybody, I don't care who they are or how much I respect them or how great they are, coming on our show trying to undermine our opinion on what we're doing. And that's what I felt was going on. And I did what I felt was right. And by the way, the interview went on for 30 minutes. It was like maybe 25. I don't know the exact time. It went on for a long time. We gave every chance to get out of it, and it was just going in circles and circles. Like, all right, that's enough. Thanks, Carl. Appreciate it. I didn't mean to like hang up on Carl and be so disrespectful. Like, could the ending have gone differently? Maybe I could have softened the ending a little bit. But in that moment, that's what I felt was the right thing to do, and I stand by that. But again, I'm the one of the... Ask Joe, Evan, Tiki, BT, C-Mac, Craigie, Geo, Boomer. Name me the WFAN employee that wore a Carl Banks jersey into WFAN studios. I did that. And do you know why I did it? Take a guess, Badabooms. Why would I do that? A Falcon fan. Why would I do that?
Because you had respect for him?
Out of respect for Carl Banks. That's exactly right. I'm the one who did that. Not anybody else, me. Out of respect for Carl Banks, I went and bought my own 58 jersey to wear because he was part of the team. So it's not like some hothead radio loudmouth or shock jock. That is not what happened. As a matter of fact, you could trace it back to Carl's tweets. I think it was the night before, maybe even just a segment before we came on the air, where he came on and he was going to go after us for something that we said about Kayvon Thibodeau. And that's exactly what happened. And then we got defensive about it, and it just went... Look, I wish that it didn't happen, and I really wish that BT and I were better with the attention that brought. I wish we were in a better spot as a show, so then that could have lifted us. Instead, maybe it hurt us. I have no idea the exact results of that, the ramifications of it, but trust me, I meant nothing but respect for Carl Banks. It was a radio show, a radio moment, and that was that. And obviously, I wish it didn't happen. I'm not going to say I take it back and I regret anything about it. I just wish that the whole thing never happened and we would have gotten attention in another way without having that negative cloud.
I mean, that was I appreciate there's so many things that I can clip and take out of context there. That was incredible. Thank you a lot for that. I can make you look like a good guy and a bad guy in 30 seconds. So,
hey, me, Sal here. Weird interrupting my own podcast, but I'm going to do it because it's a very special reason. We have Mets-Yankees Subway Series tickets to give away, courtesy of Sachdev Family Orthodontics in Rockland. Right now, we have 2 tickets, 1 pair of tickets, Mets-Yanks field-level tickets. It's the first Subway Series matchup of 2026 out at Citi Field. We'll be giving them away once we get to 10,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel. We're at about 6 right now as we record this. So we're getting there. Ways to go. Games in May. If we don't get there, I guess just Badabooms and I will go. But anyway, a pair of tickets, Mets, Yankees, Subway Series, Friday night, Citi Field, first game of the year between the Mets and the Yankees for 2026. We have a pair to give away once we get to the 10,000 subscribers. Okay, now you can go back to listening. Enjoy the rest of the show. We really appreciate you guys taking the time to check us out.
Incredible.
You shouldn't ever clip anything out of context. I mean, that wouldn't.
Oh, that's the point of clipping, Sal. That's how you and BT had all that clout from clipping things out of context. Why would I stop?
Right. Well,
like that whole situation you're just talking about out of context. I think you guys were not necessarily wrong in a lot of the things you were saying too. Were you not arguing the fact that, hey, this guy was a top 3 overall pick and
that's
got to start showing
like,
up?
Right or wrong to me doesn't matter. It's my opinion or BT's opinion or Carl's opinion. Carl is on to do things that we can't. I'm not a former player.
Mm-hmm.
So Carl should be giving that, and I'm not trying to criticize him now. I'm just saying, like, where my perspective is at from a radio show host is I want to hear him tell us why I'm wrong. Matter of fact, I think he even said that. Carl, tell me why I'm wrong. Not just you guys don't know what you're talking about. Matter of fact, he's saying like I should know better because I'm a Giants fan, and he dismissed BT because BT is a Jet fan. Like that was one of the things that I was sticking up for with BT. I know I'm the one who got a lot of shit because I'm the one who hung up on him and BT's boys with Carl. And it can never be BT. It's always got to be the bad loudmouth Sal in that spot. But if you listen back, Carl said, BT, you're a Jet fan anyway. That's completely undermining him. And in the process, undermining the show. So again, it was not the best incident for any party involved in it. I wish it didn't happen, but it happened. And the way that it played out, I don't have any regrets about that.
There's nothing worse, in my opinion, in sports radio than when a current player or a former player denounces the fact that, oh, your opinion doesn't matter because you've never suited up in the big leagues. Like this whole thing that we're doing right now, Sal, is talking about because we love the big leagues so much.
Correct.
No matter what sport it is, we, like you just said, we've dedicated our lives for the love of the sport. Right? This is what I've always wanted to do my whole life, if not be a professional wrestler in Japan or Great Britain. So, like, don't tell me. I knew I was going to pop you for that.
You better get to work on that. Here's the thing. I don't give a shit to be an analyst. When guys start breaking down film, I don't care. I want to watch the game. I don't need to know how the sausage is made. I want to be a sports fan. I want to be irrational. We're supposed to be irrational. That's what fans are. Fanatics. That's what we are. And that's what I want to be. And when you have guests on that can help educate the program and give different perspective, that's a good thing. So again, I have no ill will whatsoever. I don't look back on that moment and puff my chest out and say it's something I'm proud of. It's not. It's unfortunate that it happened, but there were reasons why I did what I had to do. At my core, I believe in.
Like, it is about the fan giving their perspective and other fans calling in and comparing their perspective. Now on to another one of my favorite moments, Sal.
That does it for another edition of the Sal Licata Show podcast. We appreciate you listening, watching, checking out on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast. Please rate, subscribe, like, all that good stuff. We appreciate it greatly. We'll see you next episode. Bye.